When we started implementing this project, we had gaps in terms of learners' interest in taking the STEM subject. And when the project started, we've seen quite a great impact in terms of junior secondary school learners who are now taking the STEM subject. Right now we are having 78% impact of the project in terms of learners who are transitioning to the STEM subject. 78% of our learners who are currently sitting for their KJSEA assessment, they are taking STEM subject. That's one of the impact of the project. We've also seen a number of innovations that are also coming in. A number of learners are very much interested in taking the innovation. They have come up, some of them are coming up with recycling the papers to ensure that they reuse it for charcoal.
The UNICEF supporting teacher capacity building trainings were impactful. They were interactive, practical, and directly addressed the challenges we face in the classroom, especially in delivering mathematics and science. I've applied the skills by conducting more hand-on experiments, group discussions, and integrating mobile lab in the science lesson.
Nani Msumaren Addison Gili and grade 9 at Hanani Junior School. My favorite subject is mathematics, and my favorite activity is solving puzzles. Before, it was hard to understand math problems, but now our teacher uses examples and group work, which makes learning easier and fun.
For science, I like doing experiments, like finding out some things that I've never found. Mathematics, I like calculating, and calculating is almost my thing.
These learners, since I joined the school, I found that they didn't like anything to do with mathematics. And I took notes, I engaged them, I questioned them why they didn't like, and I told them that we need to strike a balance on subjects. And so I guided them, bearing in mind that I used the skills that were given during the trainings. So I started mentoring them and guiding them on participating in science.
The introduction of mobile science lab, laboratories and kits has revolutionized science teaching and learning in our schools. Previously, lessons were more theoretical. Teachers relied on chalkboard, illustrations and textbook explanation. With the rear of this mobile lab and science kits, everything changed. Learners are now fully engaged. They can touch, mix, measure, and observe reactions themselves. This has greatly improved the critical thinking, creativity, and curiosity.
I enjoy the project of water purification. Like, we always practice this many projects, but I've enjoyed when we are doing a project, seeing other learners and exploring, and also someone knows something and you share, you learn things from each other.
We are looking at learners coming up with different innovations to support their community.
The refugee schools and also the host community schools have been able to have the capacity and the infrastructure to implement or to undertake the junior secondary section.
It gave me an opportunity to learn from other learners from different schools. Teachers in school have always given us an equal opportunity to learn and also interact with other children without disabilities. I have looked at the career pathway. It has been helpful because it guides me on subject selection that will help me to choose my career path.
We've seen expansion of laboratory infrastructure facilities. Initially, we had only 3 laboratories across the 4 camps, but now UNICEF came in and donated to us 7 mobile laboratories together with 14 science kits, and this has really enhanced the teaching and learning of STEM subjects. 77% of them have preferred to select STEM pathways. One area that we need to expand is the infrastructure. Out of the schools that are supported both in host community and the refugee community, we only have 10 schools that have access to a science laboratories, and we have a total of more than 30 schools that are under the scheme. So if resources will be available, we would focus in expanding laboratory coverage in all our schools. We also have staffing challenges. We do not have enough science teachers, and especially so for female teachers who can also motivate the female learners to do science subjects. We also need teachers with specific SNE training to also support in teaching of science subjects. So those are areas that I feel we need to address if we get more resources.
LWF as a lead agency for implementing education for UNHCR, our role is to ensure that children have access to education, that the education within the schools are safe, and we are also interested in the quality of education that we get to the children.